You were built for a creature that no longer exists, not a metaphor, an actual biological fact. Somewhere in your genetic code is an invitation addressed to an animal that died out 10,000 years ago, and nobody told your genes to stop sending it. So here you are, waiting for a giant ground sloth that is never coming back. It starts in a flower, one of thousands your tree produces this season. Less than 1% ever become fruit. Your tree hedges its bets and lets nature discard the rest. You're one of the lucky ones, or the unlucky ones. Depends how the next few months go. For 9 months you hang there, growing slowly. A strawberry lives and dies in weeks. You're not even ripe by the time most plants have already lived and died. And here's the strange part. Even once you're fully grown, you still won't ripen. Not on the tree, not ever. You have to be removed first, cut off, abandoned. Only then does your body allow itself to become what it was always going to be. Why would evolution design a fruit that can't ripen until it's been violently separated from the thing that made it? The answer takes us back to that missing creature. In 1982, ecologists Daniel Jansen and Paul Martin published a paper that changed how scientists saw fruits like you. Their theory, tropical fruits like avocados, evolved their size, fat, and tough skin for one purpose: to be eaten whole by massive Pleistocene animals. Giant ground sloths, gomphotheres, distant elephant relatives with no living descendants. Creatures large enough to swallow you whole, walk for miles, and deposit your seed somewhere new. Your enormous pit isn't an accident. It's sized for a throat that no longer exists. You were engineered for a delivery system that went extinct before humans even invented agriculture, and nobody redesigned you. Biologist Connie Barlow gave this a name: an evolutionary anachronism, a living fossil of a partnership that ended, an orphan of extinction, a gift with no one left to receive it. So how are you even still here? Simple. Humans found you before you disappeared completely. We turned out to be excellent substitutes for extinct megafauna. You didn't evolve for us. We just walked into the role your original partner left empty. But that role comes with a price. Once you're picked, you don't decide when your life begins. That decision belongs to someone in a warehouse. You'll be boxed, refrigerated, shipped thousands of miles, still hard as stone, still waiting for a signal. That signal isn't natural anymore. It's a gas called ethylene, pumped into sealed rooms to force ripening on a schedule. The thing your body was built to do naturally has become an industrial input. And your window is brutal. Too firm, you're rejected. One day later, without warning, you cross an invisible line into overripe. Silk to mush, overnight. You didn't do anything wrong. You just have one of the shortest usable lifespans of almost any fruit sold in a grocery store. Doesn't it seem unfair, being judged so harshly for a timing window you never controlled? Even your fat, the trait that made you valuable enough to survive extinction, works against you. You're one of the only fruits with enough fat to spoil the way meat spoils, through oxidation. Cut you open, and your flesh browns almost instantly. That's not rot. It's a defense mechanism. But nobody sees a defense mechanism. They see something that looks bad, and they throw you away. This was never evolution working as intended. This was evolution getting rescued at the last possible second by a completely unrelated species that happened to develop a taste for your fat. Every time you refuse to ripen on the branch, you're performing a behavior written into you for a partner who isn't coming. Scientists have found dozens of other anachronistic fruits across the Americas, from Osage oranges to honey locusts, still waiting for animals that vanished at the end of the last ice age. And yet, that abandonment became your survival story. If humans hadn't found you useful, you'd have followed the sloths into extinction. Your seed is too big for almost any modern animal to disperse. Without an oversized creature willing to eat you whole, your entire strategy stops working. You needed a new giant. You got humanity instead, with our warehouses and ethylene chambers standing in for a throat that vanished long before anyone was around to miss it. So the next time someone slices you open and finds you perfect, soft, green, unmarked by a single bruise, know that isn't a coincidence. It's the end result of an evolutionary bet placed on an animal that never showed up, salvaged at the last moment by an entirely different species. You were built for a creature that no longer exists. And somehow, against every likelihood, you found another one instead.